there, and thank you so much for completing the quiz. I hope it was helpful to kind of do an overview of where you're at. With this score, you're at the top end of the scale and you're traveling pretty well. So congratulations for all of the amazing work that you've done both internally and externally with yourself, your life, and your business direction. So what I usually see with this score is you have done a bit of inner work. So you tend to have a pretty decent level of emotional awareness and emotional intelligence. With your daily habits, they tend to be pretty good most of the time. Excuse me. Keep in mind that if you're at the higher end of the scale, then you're traveling super well. If you're down towards more of the lower end, then you would have noticed through the quiz which areas need the most attention. But usually what we see is the habits across the board are pretty great. You've built a great foundation. This is what's so amazing about this score, is you have so much to work with. And really now it's about going from good to great to unstoppable. So what I tend to see with this score is they're pretty close to their dream life, or they're at least aware of what that looks like. They do have a vision or a picture of where they're headed. But what I do tend to see with people that are, sort of at the higher end is that they've done a lot to get where they are. But sometimes when it comes to scaling and being able to automate what we have and have the support that we're looking for to be able to scale, this is sometimes where we get stuck, because the hard work that we've put in to get where we are now, that approach is not necessarily going to work if we then want to scale a level. To be able to have freedom. So this score is really about how do we build a legacy? How do we really have the freedom that we're seeking? And how do we have it consistently? Because if you're like me, it's possible that you've learned that sometimes when we start to have the success that we've been seeking and we've worked so hard for, that doing it consistently without us having to be so involved can be a little bit tricky. So with going from great to unstoppable, we really want to look at what I call the 5 M's and the 8 P's. So we really start to use the foundation that you have to be able to have fun, to be able to have freedom, to be able to do what we do with ease, with, to be able to stay in a space of creativity without burning out. So how do we sustain what we've already built without burning out? So the steps that I want you to focus on the most is, the first thing we look at is, are we chasing too many rabbits, or are we just chasing one rabbit? So for you to be able to really scale what you have, we really look at careful planning, because most people with this score tend to know their purpose. They tend to be even like maybe already serving with it. So it's about what can happen with that is we can have multiple ways to serve with purpose. And we want to be able to look at, okay, what's the most profitable way to serve now that can also be fast, easy, effective, and fun? So how do we make it fast, easy, effective, and fun? How do we springboard off what you've already created, which is a great foundation, to be able to refine it, automate it, and bring in the ease and the fun? So the 5 M's that I look at is money, mindset, management, so management of yourself, life, and your relationships and your business, marketing, and also manifestation. So what is our vision? What are we chasing? What's the rabbit that we're chasing? What's the holy grail? What's the end point of where we're going with all of this? And then we break it down into 8 P's. So with P's, we have perspective, which is self-awareness, what's actually in the way of what we want to have. With this score, you tend to be pretty strong in that area. The second thing is presence, and second and third, presence and power. So power is how our habits, where we get our energy from, how the relationship that we have with our body and our mind, to be able to really power up to go to the next level. Presence is about never creating out of chaos. And like I said, chasing that one rabbit, but also learning to really observe and look at opportunities that are already in front of us. So what I see with this score is those areas you tend to be pretty strong. Then we get into your purpose. Excuse me, something's in my throat today. We look at your purpose and the different products and services and the different tiers. So we want to make sure with you that the way that you're tiering everything will enable you to scale and grow without losing yourself along the way. Will it be able to take you towards your legacy plan? What is that one key product that maybe we haven't even found yet, or we haven't seen yet, or service that could be fast, easy, fun, and effective, that's going to take us towards that legacy plan so we can contribute in the way that we want to, really have freedom on our terms, to be able to live on our terms. And then we start looking at planning. So how do we do that? Most people with this, they tend to have pretty good systems set up. So in planning, we always look at systems and structures and actual planning. And then we look at projections. So how do we project really efficiently through our marketing, but also through financial projections, to get to this place of kind of legacy and service that we desire with, and keeping it easy. So then we start to look at purpose, planning, projections, playfulness. So the areas that I love you to focus on is basically from planning onwards. So planning, projections, and playfulness, to be able to leverage what you have in a really, really, really profound way. But whatever we're creating, ensuring that we're working with what you already have, but we are buying you time. You know, we lose this, at this point it's about losing the exchanging of time for money and looking at residual income, ways to be able to really build wealth. So those are the areas that will help you do that the most. But obviously we can never have enough knowledge in all of those areas. So even with me, when like there's a roadblock or something, there's one of those 8 Ps that I need to focus on. So the 8 Ps become this roadmap. And for me, I built them over 18 years of like building business up and then maybe sabotaging myself or losing it or not being able to handle it at a certain level. And figuring out what was in the way at the time, like really standing back and going, okay, over 18 years of building businesses, 10 years of coaching, what is it that I want to share with everyone? And it's in those 8 Ps. And I believe that right tools, right order, right time is crucial. So what you'll see below is a button for you to be able to check out my blueprint. My blueprint gives you an overview of that 18 years of experience. It goes deeper into the 5 M's and deeper into the 8 Ps, and it asks you a lot of powerful questions. So just like the quiz, but in a lot of detail, you'll be able to see there's avatars there for you to go, okay, that's me. This is where I'm at. Then I ask you a lot of questions. Across the 5 M's, where are you at? You'll be able to sit there and circle. These are the things that I want to focus on. And then out of those 5 M's, which is kind of the overarching umbrella, you'll know which P's work best. So you'll be able to go, okay, so in each P, what I've done is given you a mini brainstorming exercise for you to just get everything down. So whether it's vision work, whether it is projections, whether it is planning, whether it is making things a lot more fun and easy, maybe it is the mindset that needs a little bit of attention, but you will know as soon as you answer the questions in the blueprint, you will know exactly where you want to put all of your attention. So we're chasing one rabbit and we master that area, which area for you is going to have the greatest and most profound butterfly effect over all of the other areas of your life, your health, your relationship with yourself and others, and also your business direction or your career direction. So what I'd love you to do is grab the blueprint. For anyone who is on my list, and that includes you for completing the quiz, it is less than $10. Normally it's $100, so we give you a $90 discount. You only have that discount for 24 hours. It is my gift to you for taking the time for yourself to take the quiz and check out, like to do the work with yourself and figure out where you're at, to be able to then go, like I said, from great to unstoppable. So that's my gift for you. The button is below. You will not regret it. There is so much information inside that 30-page document. There are 8 videos to walk you through every section, and you get to simply pick and choose. This is the one rabbit I want to chase. This is the area I need to focus on the most, that's going to have the greatest effect over all of the other areas. I think you'll find it super helpful. It will make sense for you, because all of those areas I'm sure you're aware of. It's just going to give you a little roadmap to be able to get in there and go, okay, cool, this is the area I want to leverage the most to get to that point of just absolute freedom, legacy, and being unstoppable. Thanks again for being here. And again, congratulations on the amazing foundation that you have already built so far. And I look forward to seeing you inside the private members area where the blueprint lives. So click the button below. Don't forget to use the code so you get that discount, and I'll see you inside. Have a great day.